where our service network was not as big. Our sales network had grown, but our service network, we hadn't scaled up fast. Yeah. So then we spent time investing into scaling up our service network. And now our service...
हेलो गाइस, यार भावेश जी ने एनडीटीवी प्रॉफिट को एक इंटरव्यू दिया जहां पे उन्होंने बहुत सारी चीजों पे बात किया है। ओला का फ्यूचर प्लान क्या है, गीगा फैक्ट्री की वजह से कैसे ओला का रेवेन्यू बढ़ सकता है, जेन 3 प्लेटफॉर्म के बारे में बात किया, बाइक्स के बारे में बात किया, सर्विस के बारे में भी बात किया है कि अभी सर्विस का क्या कंडीशन है और कैसे ये लोग सर्विस को और सुधारने वाले हैं। टोटल 2 व्हीलर में कितना मार्केट शेयर का टारगेट लेके फिलहाल ओला चल रहा है, ये सारा ही चीज भावेश जी ने इस इंटरव्यू में बताया है। हाँ, कहीं कहीं ऐसा लगा कि भावेश जी यार फेक रहे। अगर आपको भी ऐसा लगे कि भावेश जी फेक रहे तो उसे कैच करके कमेंट में जरूर बताना ताकि सबको पता चले कि किस किस जगह भावेश जी फेक रहे हैं।
At India's first Gigafactory.
Fantastic. Let's go inside and take a look.
We're still early in the leap on R&D.
Agreed.
So that's why what you see here, a lot of it is, and you can see here the lines are producing, the cells are coming out. Right, so these are the finished cells, and when I'll take you inside, so we'll see actually किस तरह से वो material से cell बनता है इस पूरे line में. So it's very R&D intensive. All the technology we had to create in-house. So it took us also 4 or 5 years.
You know, this is interesting you say that because this is being seen as a good thing and as a bad thing. The negative in it I'll talk about first is the question that is coming that since you're not doing this with any large partner that is established globally, will you be able to manage the efficiencies that others do have in this space?
Yes. Well, we've been at it for 5 years now. When Ola Electric started 5 years ago, we started with our cell R&D. So we've also improved our processes, improved our engineering to a level where our efficiencies are at the same level on global benchmarks. Our scale is lower than global benchmarks, but our technology and our process efficiencies are at the same level. So as our scale improves, our cost of manufacturing will also be equal to global benchmarks. And also for us, this is not a 1 year, 2 year vision. It's a long-term vision. As we keep increasing scale, India is going to be a large consumer of these cells. We ourselves, as the leading EV company, but also across EV energy storage, बहुत cell लगने वाले हैं. So we will need the whole capacity, and that will provide us the impetus for scale.
Here's where all the magic happens, and of course there are various segments of it. So you know the idea of a modern day factory is few people and a lot of machines. And I think one interesting thing over here is that it's led to a large part by women running the shop floor.
Almost 99% it's women. So I would say it's all women factory. Even our automotive factory is an all-women factory.
That was a conscious decision?
Yes, very conscious decision, because in India, one of the reasons our workforce has lagged behind is because women participation is low. And it's not because the women can't do it. It's because there's a little bit of mindset in the industrial communities that are women good enough for the industrial work? And our factory has been, automotive factory has been working so smoothly for 4 years now. So we've scaled that up into the Gigafactory, and you know the women are doing such good technical work. And if I can say this on camera, Tamanna, women are better than men at this work.
You can say it on camera, off camera. I think it's true.
They're more disciplined. They don't take random breaks, and they're more dexterous with their hands. The women are better hires than men. I hope I don't get into trouble for this.
No, I don't think you will. Okay, so now of course we have to wear protective gear, right? When we're getting in.
You know, because I'll tell you why we have to wear protective gear. This process of making the cell is extremely sensitive to moisture, to dust, and to any environmental impurities. So we have to cover our skins because our skins release moisture.
Okay.
So sweat, right? So we have to cover ourselves in these suits so that the ambient temperature inside remains at a very controlled level. Cell manufacturing is second only to semiconductor in terms of complexity. Semiconductor, you will see similar suits and similar clean rooms. So just like that for our cell manufacturing.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so tell me what we are looking at right now, Bhavish. What is this section that we are going to?
So the whole Gigafactory, the cell manufacturing process is extremely clean. Humidity control, dust control, other impurity controls, very high degree because the cell is at a micron level.
Which is why we've had to wear all of this gear.
Sar ke upar, pair ke upar, sab jagah, we have to wear all this because we can't let moisture from our skin go into it. Now we are entering into the assembly process.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll enter into this cleaning room.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we have to wait here?
We'll have to wait here, wind will blow. So this is for whatever, if we have some impurities, they'll go onto the sticky carpet.
Wow, this is quite an experience. Okay,
So
here's
this
the
is what we call
magic
this is where the magic happens. This is the assembly process.
Okay.
So there is another much more, a very more tightly controlled process behind this, which is called the electrode process, where we get the powder from outside, put it into a mixer, and out comes a roll, which roll we see over there. So
Okay.
let me show it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, so what this process gets as an input is these rolls. So this is the anode, and this is the cathode.
Okay.
Right, so
This is safe to touch?
yeah, you can touch while you have the gloves on. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
ये anode खराब हो जाएगा. We'll no, it's okay. Don't worry. Minor thing. But so these are heavy. So these are wound very tightly. This thing you see is the material.
Yeah.
Anode, cathode, which goes into these big machines over here, fully automated.
Right.
And you can see we put the anode roll, put the cathode roll, and then it winds. It's called a winder. It winds it into this jelly roll.
Okay.
So it's called a jelly because it's supposed to be soft like a jelly, but it's not because you have to wind it very tight.
Obviously.
But it looks like a jelly.
So this
Yeah.
is this actually my thumbprint actually went in
Yeah.
because it is
Yeah.
it's got that kind
So
of
what will happen downstream is all these things will get actually
Firmed up.
compressed, firmed up. So you'll press it like this to firm it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the entire Gigafactory.
Yes.
What answer what comes out of it? It is this size.
It's this size, which is the cell. This is still not the cell. It'll go into a container which will then have electrolyte inside it.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the output of this step.
Okay.
So you
got
take
it.
this inside, two of these, and you output this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So Bhavish, let's talk a bit about why this Gigafactory is such a big deal and
Yes.
why there is in terms of your financial goals, because your quarter one was blockbuster, right?
Yes.
Huge increase in gross margins.
Yes.
Your view and bills of materials came down, etc. The vertical integration is what the state seems to be very excited about.
Yes.
How does getting this Gigafactory up and about actually play into that, and when do we see the magic of your own batteries in your
Yeah.
thrillers?
So the heart of a vehicle is the cell, EV especially is the cell. Just like in the ICE era, the heart of the vehicle was the engine.
Yeah.
And the biggest cost driver, the biggest performance driver, everything is the cell. So if I hold that and show you, so about 40 such cells this size go into our scooter.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can imagine the amount of material that goes in. So the biggest anchor of our vertical integration strategy is the cell. Already, like you said, our Q1 results had a lot of gross margin improvement with a lot other vertical integration. For example, the motor, the electronics, the software. And now the cell is the next phase of that vertical integration. When our cell comes in, that gross margin will further go up. So, and that cell coming in starts this quarter. So one of the reasons I wanted you to come here and for you to see is that the cell is ready.
Yeah.
And the cell is going into our products. And I want you to see this. So you see, it's fairly complex process, fully automated. The girls are only monitoring the screens.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is amazing because practically
Yes.
it go through.
So by the time it comes here, it already flattens the surface.
Yeah.
And that machine is separating the cells into different grades. Top grade, one level lower. So the one level lower will get redone. And if I show you what the girl does, so there's no manual intervention. The girl operates the computer.
Okay.
So it's a very high quality manufacturing job that gets created in a factory like this. So all these kind of, she's monitoring the system. If there is any alert, she will deal with it on the system itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So coming back to this, the Gigafactory, this is the first. The exciting thing about it is this is part of the PLI scheme.
Yes.
And in second quarter, the PLI scheme incentives are also expected to kick in, and that
Yes.
also helps you, of course, in terms of EBITDA, etc. The one concern was that have you stuck to the timeline to be eligible for those PLI incentives?
Yeah. No, that's a fair question. We have also decided that we will not expand beyond 5 gigawatt hour right now.
Okay.
For the PLI, we have to grow till 20.
Okay.
So, but we're the only one in that scheme who has put up a factory and is producing commercial cells.
Yeah.
So we are engaging with the government and telling them that we might need a little bit extra time.
Okay.
And the government is fairly empathetic because of the complexity that goes with this kind of a manufacturing setup. The fact that it's the first in India. So let's see, but we are very hopeful that the government appreciates our point of view on this. Yeah.
Okay, so to be fair, the gross margin expansion has happened without the PLI incentive
Yes,
coming in.
absolutely.
Without the possibility of the PLI incentive being delayed, do you still become EBITDA positive on your auto segment?
Q2, that's what I've told the street in Q1 results.
Yeah.
And we are on that path.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. What is demand looking like? I know it's in a Gigafactory, but
Yeah.
you sell bikes, so have this vantage point of seeing what demand is looking like.
Yes.
And there's an unclear story there. One side of the speed, some companies say consumption is picking up, others
Yeah.
they're not.
Yeah.
What is that looking like for you?
See, I think the EV story, penetration story, where it is still very early. So there's a lot of headroom to grow the EV penetration story.
Yeah.
We have a scooter portfolio where we have a very strong position. like I was mentioning, we have sold almost 1 million scooters. The next player has only sold less than 6 lakh vehicles. So we have a very large scooter franchise in EVs.
Yeah.
Scooter penetration is now almost 20% in EVs. The next phase is motorbikes, and our motorbike story is picking up. We have been gradual. We started from South India, launched about 200 stores with our bikes. This month and next month we will scale it up to all our stores. So the Roadster X and X Plus consumers have given us 2 thumbs up. So it's looking very exciting, and you will start seeing very good numbers as we ladder up into festive.
Okay, so you know the festive push. Apart from the great numbers coming in, what do you think your market share is going to look like? Because your market, Mark, you were up here.
Yes.
You were the guys who dominated the market.
Yes.
You know, 50% plus.
Yes.
Then all the big boys woke up and
Yeah.
"Arey, EV तो हमको भी बनाना है."
So
Then they've come in and your market share now has improved back at
now it's rising again. 20% is where it is, yeah, right now.
Where do you see it going?
See, you mentioned the trajectory well. We were about 35 to 40% before our IPO 1 year ago.
Yeah.
And since then, other incumbents have come in with more scale and more products. And our market share has gone down to the high teens, and now it's inching back up. What I see is, what work we did over the last 2 years, other OEMs are doing now, which is build some products, scale up distribution, get some consumer mind share. But we've gone to the next game already. The next game is actually to make money with EVs. To make money, you need the vertical integration, you need the technology development, you need the product portfolio. So Ola Electric's core strategic pillars, which are 3: vertical integration in manufacturing, our own technology development across the stack, be it cell, software, electronics, and company controlled front-end distribution. These 3 are helping us grow both profitably and inch back market share. So now, as you see over the next few months, and especially as ladder into festive, we aim to claw back market share, and we also aim to have a steady state market share of about 25 to 30% in the two-wheeler EV segment.
Do you think that the company has crossed that hump, those concerns from customer service perspective? That was something which was a pain point a few months ago. Do you think that has receded? And especially, I think, with the newer models that seem to have receded.
Absolutely, Tamanna. We had a challenge last year where our service network was not as big. Our sales network had grown, but our service network we hadn't scaled up fast.
Yeah.
So then we spent time investing into scaling up our service network. And now our service network is almost where we want it. There's still another quarter or so of effort required. Customer service complaints and all are now fully taken care of. It's roughly where the industry average is. Now with our new products also, the Gen 3 products, the warranty claims, customer complaints are much lower because it's a much better product, more in-house manufacturing, the motor controller, everything manufactured in-house. So as a result, we have a much better product. And the customer adoption of the Gen 3 product is very strong. So we have both our Gen 2, Gen 3 products in the market. Gen 3 now contributes to almost 90+% of our sales.
The last time I spoke to you was before your IPO.
Yes.
And the Bhavish pre-IPO and the Bhavish after Q1 of FY20, they're very different person.
Is it?
From my perspective, I speak to a lot of CEOs. So from my perspective, I can see that you have tried to figure out what the street wants, what investors are saying.
Yeah, no, that's...
And has it been a bit of a journey because you've been a passionate creator.
Yeah.
You started this journey as great. I have an idea and I want to create.
Yes.
Now you have to manage a lot of stakeholders.
No, you're very right, Tamanna. It's been a important learning journey in my journey as an entrepreneur. Specifically, 2 things that we have learned as an organization and me personally. How we need to do smarter capital allocation and how we need to do operational risk management.
Yeah.
Especially as a public company. The yardstick is higher, and rightly so. There are more people who are invested in your journey. The way we have to manage operational risk also is broader and more deeper. So we're learning those skills, and we're learning them by adding people who have been through this journey before. We're learning them by ourselves, reflecting on some of the learnings. And I do believe today the company is in a much better trajectory of a balanced, profitable growth journey than where we were maybe 1.5 years ago.
What happens in terms of, does this realization and these new responsibilities as someone running a public distance company now temper some of those ideas, the maverick part of you?
Not at all. Not at all. I think it adds a layer. It doesn't temper anything, but now it's a more holistic way of managing business, or my approach to entrepreneurship is more holistic. The ambition, सपना तो वही है, but सपने को पूरे करने के लिए जिस तरीके से आगे बढ़ना है वो थोड़ा सा nuance हो गया.
Let's see the battery. I want to see.
Yes, the battery is all the way down that side. So shall we walk back?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's walk back.
So this whole line, like I said, starts from that electrode roll. We make the jelly roll, and there are almost 25-30 processes that happen in this line, fully automated.
Okay.
And each step is manned by a girl. Actually, I shouldn't call it manned, woman by a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another important story, Tamanna. The amount of change of life that a girl has when you give her employment in a place like this, a rural community.
Yeah.
Right? The whole family's life changes.
Correct.
And we've seen that goodwill be there for us as we've given all these girls a very respectable job.
No, and employment in manufacturing is huge. You know, I want to come back to something that you said right when we started
Yeah.
this interview, when you talked about the world we're living in.
Yes.
Tariffs. Someone says, don't buy oil from here, don't buy oil from there. A big concern right now is rare earth.
Yes.
And I think we need to focus a bit on what we're trying to do to solve that problem.
Yes.
And right now, of course, only for Ola, but does this become something that, you know,
We can do broader.
forward?
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about that.
Yeah. So I think the geo-strategic landscape, Tamanna, is increasingly getting more complicated. And I think there's broad consensus that the geostrategic landscape is only going to get more and more complicated over the next few years. As countries now start looking out for themselves, globalization is going through a different phase now. So, and this is also coming at a place where in India's journey, we are looking towards a Viksit Bharat dream, like the Prime Minister has said, where we have to develop ourselves. Now, how do we choose to develop ourselves? It's a very conscious choice we have to make, that we have to invest in technologies of the future so that we can control the narratives of the future, the products of the future, supply chains of the future. Cell and this energy is one of them. Rare earths is another one, and we can see how our neighbors are really using it as leverage against us in a trade negotiation or whatever. The way forward for us is twofold, Tamanna. We have to partner with other countries. It's not as if only one country has the source. We have to partner with other countries, like-minded countries in Southeast Asia, elsewhere, western part of the world. And there are also, we have to leapfrog technologies. So now motors, electric motors today use rare earths. But the whole world has moved to rare earth-free motors now, increasingly.
Okay.
Global OEMs, Western OEMs are increasingly testing rare earth-free motors in their batteries. And Ola Electric is the first Indian company to do this. Our entire two-wheeler lineup will, by next quarter, be rare earth-free. So,
Does it work the same way? Sorry, very simple
absolutely the
question.
same way.
Because if there is an alternative, then why is everyone getting blackmailed by one country that has all this?
Because it needs some technology development. It's a next generation technology. It's like 3G था, फिर 4G आया, फिर 5G आया. उस sequence में चलती है ना गाड़ी. So rare earth है, then can you get the same performance from a non-rare earth magnet, then from without a magnet itself, electromagnet के साथ. You know, we've all studied physics in school. Electromagnets are magnets with electricity, just a copper wire with electricity. So increasingly motors can be without any magnet. It can be electromagnets only. So that's a direction of technology. It needs some level of technology development. We have done that because we've invested in technology over the last few years. Indian companies, other companies are behind on that curve, but other global companies are doing that. Many global EVs are actually without rare earth motors now, increasingly. Right? So our products will start coming in without rare earth magnets next quarter. And we do hope the rest of the Indian industry catches up. So that's one way we can kind of de-risk ourselves from the supply chain issue.
Now, if what we're creating here clearly is
Yeah.
important for the industry as
Yeah.
a whole, not only for Ola, of course it has to do
Yes.
vertical integration, margins, etc.
Yeah.
Is there a potential to have this available to the rest of the industry? Is there the
Yeah.
ability to scale up to that extent
Yeah.
required?
Yeah. So this is the output that comes here, Tamanna. You can see this is a cell. Yeah. It's इतनी बड़ी फैक्ट्री में इतनी छोटी सी चीज निकलती है.
That's
But-
what it is.
As you can imagine, you know, the most complex factories in the world are for the smallest things.
Yeah.
Like the chip and the cell. You know, such a big process. ये सूट वूट पहन के बनाना पड़ता है. But in the end, it looks so simple. But a lot of complex technology goes in it. And you can see here, if I draw the attention of your crew, this line, you can see the cells are waiting there for this process. They're coming in over the line there. The machine picks them up, puts them in the process, and then.
What is the rate? How many batteries do you have per minute, or what is the sort of rate of production of these?
So this factory can produce 5 gigawatt hour
Okay.
of cells, and I don't know how many cells that means. I've never made that math. Yeah, but a vehicle takes 40 of these cells, so 10 of these cells make 1 kilowatt hour. So 1 gigawatt hour is a million kilowatt hours. That's 10 million, so 50 million a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's about a lakh or 2 lakhs a day.
Wow.
That's what this factory will totally produce.
Very impressive the mental math.
I am a engineering student, so
Correct.
I hope those numbers are right, by the way.
Check them. Okay, so now we're getting a great idea of
Yeah.
scale of this.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, what do you need to scale this up?
Yes.
There is a PLI scheme.
But clearly more push will be required to bring this to fruition and to the scale that India needs.
Absolutely. Our scale right now is 5 gigawatt hour. We do aim to scale to 20 gigawatt hour as the Indian market grows. Today, the Indian market cannot digest a 20 gigawatt hour scale yet, but the Indian market is growing. So in the next few years, as we end the decade, I think we will have the potential to invest into the 20 gigawatt hour. And then beyond that, the market potential is huge. Just for automotive and energy storage, I believe India will need about a few hundred gigawatt hour a year capacity in a decade or so. Right, so it's a potential for many companies to enter and create a few large gigafactories across the country. Then beyond that, the world is also looking for de-risking its supply chains from China. And China is the largest supplier of these cells today, lithium cells. India can be a very good trusted supply chain source for the rest of the world, be it Southeast Asia, be it Australia, be it the West or Middle East. Because you will not be able to build these factories in every country. They require a lot of depth, ecosystem technology. And I think that's where India can become an alternate peer to China in terms of scale and technology.
Yeah. So this is it, folks. This mega Gigafactory, you've seen the first logo right here on NBTV, and this is what comes out of it at the end of it. It may feel small, but it's definitely mighty. It is something that is hopefully
Cheers to that.
power of the future. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you, Tamanna.
Thank you.
Wonderful speaking.